Question.
Oh, hello.
Are you bored of normal Team Fortress 2?
Yes.
Do you want something new you've never seen in TF2?
Yes, yes, yes.
Are you looking for something to shake up the meta? I've got exactly what you're looking for. Introducing Manpower, the game mode that completely flips over anything you knew about Team Fortress 2. When I first landed here, I was so utterly confused. Like, what is this map? Why are players flying around? What is this thing? And it's exactly that to which I fell in love with this game mode. Mobility is one of the things that gives video games life and energy, and that's something Manpower excels at. Introducing the grappling hook, aka your solution to any speed slower than Mach 5. The grappling hook basically breaks the mold of Team Fortress 2 by giving each class incredible mobility, which in turn completely changes the way matches are played. Instead of letting this meta get away, I use my grapple to catch up to him and mow him down. This would be impossible in normal TF2. And of course, for all those of you who have never played Manpower before, you press H to grapple. You're welcome. With the grapple, you're able to pick your fights and at the same time catch up to anyone. But grappling itself takes practice to master. In this clip, the scout clearly has a distance to run away, but because I know how to grapple, I can stab him anyway. Needless to say, Manpower would truly be nothing without this invaluable tool. Must be 18 or older to order. Mobility may be Manpower's middle name, but the mechanic that actually turns this mode into a crazy kill fest are the power-ups.
Run, cowards!
To sum up how power-ups work, they're passive buffs that make you hop between the two phrases of "How is he not dead?" and "How am I not dead?" In this clip, I have regen, which allows me to tank the damage of a pyro, a demo man, and a heavy, to which I proceed to mow them all down. I then switch to strength and just manage to outdamage the sentry. I heal up with regen and kill another soldier and heavy. Despite my invincibility, I finally died to an engineer in 3 shots. Crap. Not only are you able to deal monstrous damage and survive through bullet nightmare, power-ups can also make you extremely fast, as if the grapple wasn't enough. Agility, for instance, turns the spy from a passive deceptionist into a glass cannon at lightning speed. Here's my depiction of spy with agility.
ほう、向かってくるのか。逃げずにこのディオに近づいてくるのか。
Okay. Just like the grapple, power-ups can also be mastered. More specifically, power-up knowledge can be mastered. But it isn't just about knowing what each power does, because certain power-ups work better for certain classes. This is what we call synergy. For instance, strength does double damage, and the soldier's direct hit can do 150 to airborne players, meaning that he can literally one-shot any class that dares to grapple. In fact, this is what makes the soldier one of the most powerful classes in Manpower. While the spy, on the other hand, would benefit from speed power-ups like agility and haste, but any spy can agree that precision is useless to them. Synergies are what turn the heavy into a sniper, soldier into a medic, and a heavy into a literal fat scout.
So much blood! Oh!
People often wonder where all the random crits went. Well, there are literally no random crits in Manpower.
Ha!
Instead, we've traded that off for a very controversial mechanic called revenge crits. Scratch that, pity crits.
No way!
Revenge crits is Valve's free handout to a team that's getting their butts handed to them. Their purpose is to stop spawn camping from happening, and boy, does it do its job. 1 second you've got the enemy team running down like putty in your fingers. Then out of nowhere, you get killed with flames hotter than the sun. Now, if you're careful, you'll be able to deal with enemy crits, but nothing beats having revenge crits yourself. It feels great when my team is graced with crits because we have the power to completely disrupt a pub stomp. It's also a great setup for a push. In fact, revenge crits can last long enough for you to go to mid with them. In this clip, I easily outdamage the regen sniper, then I catch a running pyro, and I shred up the sentry and engineer. All thanks to delicious revenge crits. Power-ups and revenge crits really maximize your ability, but they can easily be seen from an outsider as a crutch or handicap for a certain kind of player. Yes, I'm talking about noobs. As sad as it is, manpower is known to be a magnet for rookies and noobs alike, and rightly so. You'll see them everywhere in this game mode. Newbies can be pretty unaware of how the mechanics work. It is very common to find players in chat asking how to use the grappling hook. I will be the first to admit that it's easy to prey on these kinds of players to rack up your kill streaks, but I don't want to knock them down in this video for simply being new to the game mode. I'm guessing that some of you viewers have never even touched manpower, and that's okay, because everyone starts at day one. On the other side of the coin, manpower has its fair share of its own pros. You'll usually be able to recognize one if you get killed in less than a second. Anyone who's played manpower can agree that pub stomps are a common thing. That being said, it feels exhilarating when breaking a kill streak record, and even better when making them 200 IQ plays. The thrill of outsmarting your opponents becomes addictive, and the next thing you know, you're at the top of the leaderboard.
It's perfect.
After 500 hours of playing this mode, things like grappling and knowing how power-ups work becomes second nature. Air strafing becomes muscle memory, putting rocket jumpers to shame. But the real action is in the air fights. Those intense 1v1s where two pros come at each other like dragons in glorious battle. Moments like those can be addicting to players with a competitive edge. So much so that we created our own manpower tournament that lasted 4 months.
Leg sickies. Nice.
The events were loads of fun and really brought together the manpower community. Definitely an experience I want to have again. While being good at manpower feels incredible, what doesn't feel incredible is the crippling imbalance this game mode inevitably has. Sometimes it doesn't matter how skilled you are, because sometimes the fight just goes to whoever has the better power-up. In this clip, I have haste, but since the sniper can one-shot me with precision, I'm forced to retreat. Power-ups may create imbalance, but it's this very thing that keeps me challenged. Because even after 1,000 hours of experience in this mode, I'll always have my guess I'll die moments.
GG easy, baby. Ooh, you like that? You like that, Chuckle Nuts? Oh, next time, how about you eat a salad, wanker? Ha ha!
Now, Valve's introduced one special power-up that can flip a pub stomp, Supernova. This power-up is both a blessing and a curse, because it's incredibly fun to slam down on players with Nova and render them useless. But at the same time, it really does suck when I'm on a good kill streak and die to a Supernova user where I could do literally nothing about it. There's no going around that Supernova can be annoying, but what's even more frustrating is manpower's queue times. Now, if you've queued for manpower before, you're probably nodding your head right now at the mention of this cursed, forsaken truth.
Yeah, that seems about right.
Queue times can be random. You'll sometimes get a game in 5 seconds, or occasionally it will take up to an hour to get into a simple round. Because of this scarcity, manpower players have learned to cherish each round and try their best to extend it for as long as they possibly can. And I'm not kidding when I say that. Matches can go between 30 minutes to multiple hours in just one round. Needless to say, manpower holds the title of longest rounds. But whatever. The overall fun I've had with manpower is something I wouldn't trade for anything else. Manpower is so different compared to normal Team Fortress 2, it's basically its own game. The mobility, power-ups, and crits create endless wacky encounters that provide fun for hours on end. Only manpower can offer pyros that go godlike with just the rake. Only manpower can completely flip the table of what's known in TF2. And it's only manpower that's kept me and others playing for years. Okay, why is he not dead?